New body cam footage has been released in the Gabby Petito case showing Brian Laundrie's parents refusing to help law enforcement. On September 11, 2021, Gabby Petito's parents officially reported her missing after she didn't return from a road trip with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. The white van that Gabby and Brian were on their road trip in belonged to Gabby, but Brian returned from this trip without her, and the van was seen parked in the Laundrie's driveway.
Northport Police Department.
Yes.
Hi, there, sir. I apologize for bothering you. I have the detective on the phone.
I'm not talking to anybody right now.
You don't want to talk to us?
No.
Okay, she's on the phone. You don't want to talk to her now?
No.
Okay, when was the last time that you saw Brian and Gabriel?
Well, Brian is here.
Brian is here?
Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say.
And that's all that you're saying?
Yeah, we have an attorney. They've been calling, I don't know, that's all I want to say. I don't know why so many attorneys are aware they're calling, so I can give you his number.
Whose number? The attorney's number?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like that, please, so I can give it to the detective. Thank you.
Brian's parents also make a comment about how they're getting annoyed with Gabby's parents calling them because they also refused to tell Gabby's parents anything.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And just to let the detective know, is Gabriel here or no?
No.
She's not here. Okay.
Yeah, the fellow was here last night.
Yeah. Okay. So is this her vehicle? Her van?
It's both of them.
Is both of them? Okay.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. They said that Gabriel's not here. That's all they're saying. That his son is here, but Gabriel's not. And they're not talking. And then he said that they're tired of being harassed or being called. That by the family. Okay, and his name is Steven Bertolino. That's the attorney's number. I'm gonna. Is there anything on my part that I can do to assist you? I mean, do you need me to notify my detective bureau?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
On what information I have here, her parents last physically heard from her on August 27th, and they were supposedly out in Wyoming. His sister now just told me another story about that he left her out there and flew home, and yet you're seeing the van in their driveway, and they won't tell you where she is.
Yeah, and I asked him right now in front of you who does that van belong to, and he says both of them.
Yeah, it's registered to her, and her family feels that it's hers. So I don't know how it works out there. And her phone's been off now for 10 days, and there's been no contact with her whatsoever. So I don't know if that van's a crime scene. How did it return there? If he supposedly flew home, there's definitely some issues going on.
Okay, you have the tag on the.
Put them in touch with me.
You have the tag on the.
Maybe notify a supervisor too. I don't know how it works.
Yes, I will. I'll definitely notify a supervisor on this. The tag is Queen Frank Tom Golf 03.
Yeah, that's what I have on my missing person report, because they were supposedly on this road trip in that van.
After this detective talks to the officer, they establish that this white van is in fact in Gabby's name, and then a second officer attempts to talk to the Laundries, and at this point they are ready to tow Gabby's white van because they don't know if this is now a crime scene or what's going on, since they won't answer any questions about Gabby.
Chris? Chris, this is Sergeant Selzer with the police department.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I hate to bother you. I know you've already said you don't want to speak or don't want to help us. I'm trying to figure out something for parents. You guys as parents, all they want is their daughter to know that she's safe. So I don't know where it all started before. I don't know what's transpired. I don't know anything about that. I'm here to know if you guys know anything. It would let the parents at ease and go from there.
Well, we don't know anything.
Okay.
And that's all.
I mean, anything that you guys would be able to give them is any type of help. Last time your son saw her, anything like that.
No.
Am I able to talk to your son? The other officer said...
He's not going to talk to anybody.
Okay.
We're not going to talk to anybody.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna lay it out for you if you want. The New York detectives are a little pissed, and they want me to do a whole bunch of things that I'm trying to
Well,
avoid.
then you have to do what you got to do, and we're not going to. That's that.
Okay. I mean, as a parent, you wouldn't want to know where it happened with
I
your.
understand what you're saying, but thank you.
I mean,
No, we're not going to.
it makes it very odd, don't you think? From my point of view,
Well,
Chris.
goodbye. For now, you couldn't call our attorney. I give you a phone number.
I don't have your attorney, and an attorney's not going to answer at 10,
Well, I
11
don't know,
o'clock at
but
night.
I'm not speaking to anybody.
Yeah, we're not comfortable
without an
talking to
attorney.
anybody.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the van is only registered to her. Okay?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not really sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you. The
Okay.
title on the state of Florida is it's only hers.
Okay.
So it's not supposed to be here.
Okay,
So I'm going to take a tow truck and get it. Is a car in the way?
that's my car. I can move it.
I mean, so you don't have any issue with us taking the van?
If that's what you're saying, you got to do. You got to do.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not speaking to anymore.
Yeah, without our attorney.
Okay.
I can move the car for you.
You don't find that odd that you guys
Good
really?
night. Good night.
Okay.
Don't knock on my door anymore.
Okay. Are you going to move the car?
I'll move it.
Okay.
Ultimately, the Northport Police Department end up towing Gabby's van to examine it for evidence. Brian Laundrie himself also declined to ever speak with police and eventually snuck out of the home, SHOT'd himself in a nearby park about 10 minutes away, where his remains went undiscovered for weeks until floodwater finally receded. Many people were very skeptical when Brian's remains were found because law enforcement and other agencies had been searching for Brian. And when his parents finally decide to go and help with this search, they eventually lead law enforcement to the same exact area where his remains along with a note would be found. The note recovered on October 20th, 2021 said, quote, "I ended her life. I thought it was merciful, that it was what she wanted. But I see now all the mistakes I made. I panicked. I was in shock." Brian claims that he did it after Gabby had injured herself in a fall. Gabby's death inspired her parents to found a nonprofit foundation in her honor, assisting other families of missing persons and advocating against domestic violence. Gabby's parents lobbied for federal legislation, some of which became law, as well as assessment laws in Florida, Utah, and New York, designed to give police grounds and authority to separate victims from their abusers.